Hi everyone, good. It is a very sorry. Let's start up. So, thank you guys for being here, and today we're going to talk about Boti era. Are we deviating from or reconstructing the norms? Tracing the trend and extent of Indonesia LGBT community. So, what interests me to talk about this is, that I'm a high school student and peers, and I have a lot of peers that are Boti, which makes me conclude that both these are exceptionally increasing among teenagers my age. And their traits and everything is actually, from my opinion, is very different from others because they are even more feminine than most girls, I would say. And so jumping to the next slide. For jumping to the next slides, I hope that each of you will be motivated and eager sharing your perspective in regard to this theme. So now, yeah, let's move on. As you can see, guys, this scale here, it's a sliding scale of sexual attraction. This was pioneered by the sex researcher Alfred Kinsey in 1948, and it is called the Kinsey scale. Interestingly, Kinsey's findings at the time were that there were more men with homosexual tendencies than there were women. He commented that popular reports that more women had homosexual learnings were influenced by wishful thinking on the part of such heterosexual males. Well, later findings somehow contradict this. Most men and women report being completely heterosexual. However, men are likely to be mostly or completely homosexual than women. As we can see on the slide, that there are more completely heterosexual women than men. Let's jumping into the next slide. So, Boti. I am sure that Boti is like a cute way of saying bottom. So, is anyone familiar with this term? Anyone? Livia, what's your opinion about this term, Boti?
Me? Am I?
Yeah.
I guess Boti is more like there is some label that's been put in the gay relationship, and one of them is top and the other is Boti. I don't know if there is something in between Boti and top, but Boti it's more like the submissive one who get annoyed by the other. Sorry for being too obvious. So yeah, it's more like the submissive one and more girly usually, but not always.
That's fine. So, Livia, are you with us?
Yeah. Sorry. Is there any more questions?
Oh yeah. When exactly did you first encounter it, Boti? Sure.
I guess it's a very long time ago since I was in my bachelor degree university because during my last semester I involving in some like young researcher collaboration research with my lecturer, and my lecturer invites me to help her to do research to the gay community, not only gay, I think LGBT community at that time. So I'm quite familiar at that time with the terms of body and bottom and top, and so body it's more like the informal one of the bottom, right? So
Yeah.
I kind of know the dynamic of the relation between the gay couples and so on. But nowadays it's getting more I get like I think it's more familiar for everyone, like because they make jokes, they throw jokes about the Boti personality, like when
Yeah,
there is a man in the gym and they become, a girly kind of make a movement that is quite girly, so people will judge them as a Boti. So it's for me it's funny, yeah.
yeah, it's kind of funny. So that is so captivating. So is there's anyone who's willing to disagree or maybe support the opinion of Miss Livia, but with other types of reasons or arguments? Mr. Miftah, do you have anything to say about it? Mr. Miftah? Okay, there seems to be an internet problem with Mr. Miftah. What about Ms. Ekalita?
Mm. Yes. Are you I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar with this term, but I have heard about the. I not heard, but I have read about this. If so, where did you first encounter? Yeah, I reading about this. It's about homosexual, right? What was your initial reaction upon learning about this term? My initial reaction, I feel that they are hurting their bottoms because I think it's not for sexual intercourse, right? So when I read about this, I think they are forcing their bottom to having a sexual intercourse through their bottom, and I think there will be like infection with their bottom, and then there's some bleeding, something like that. And if they didn't wear like a condom, they will be like maybe their penis will be like um touch with the pop, something like that. I don't know, maybe it's like
Yeah,
yeah, it's like um what you call if there is like not dirt, but it's like not sterile, yeah, something like that, yeah. So I think
yeah,
they are, yeah, they are forcing their organs for their sexual satisfaction, but it's not the function of the organ to have to have the goals, something like that.
yeah. It's not the norms. Doesn't supposed to be used like that.
Yes, yes, like that.
That's I love the opinion. Thanks. Anyone who is willing to disagree or maybe support the opinion of Miss Ekalita? I love Miss Ekalita's opinion. I love it. Thanks. What about Miss Penny? What's your Are you familiar with this term? Miss Annie?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Thank you. This question, Miss. Thank you for giving me chance to give my opinion about this term. The word boti, you mean? I just known boti in Indonesia is bonceng tiga, but I guess that in your perspective, boti here is a kinds of what is that? A kinds of sexual orientation, but they are different, yeah, from the normal one. I guess in many perspective, our slang language, it is called as a kind of sexual orientation, but it's not normal. Yeah, as we know that um, boys with girls, but you know, I'm afraid to say that. Yeah, you know, it's not common. Yeah, if we say about this term, but especially in my religion, yeah, it is forbidden because I'm Muslim. Yeah, because I'm Muslim. I don't know, but if they have a kinds of different sexual orientation about this term, I don't know exactly, but in my in my religion, it's forbidden. It's haram. Yeah, where we knows that God create Adam with Eve, not Adam with Adam. Yeah. Okay, that's all for my term. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's from a religious perspectives, and yeah, I love it. I love the opinion. So there's anyone who's willing to support it?
Yeah, Sasha, I have a questions, if
Yeah,
possible.
sure.
Can I? Sorry, I just trying to find Boti words in Google. So, is this word is coming from the Western or is coming from the Indonesian language? Is actually sorry. I also the first time hear about a Boti word or another
Oh,
persons know where is this word come from?
anyone wants to answer Mr. Indra's questions?
Homosexual terminology, right? When you want to know about like homosexual or some apa sih misoriented sexual, then you will be find this terminology because it's like there are two terminology, Boti, and the other one I forgot, but it's the apa the position. Boti is like a wife, and the others is like a husband, something like
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So it means this word is what is for
So
all of the world, right? It's
uh,
not only for Indonesian only, right? Because most of my friend
yeah,
doesn't know about this word.
general
General,
terminology
right?
sexual, yeah.
So even people from American, people from Arabian also they know about this word, right?
Oh, I don't know because I don't know
Ah,
about that.
yeah.
But when I searching about the homosexual things because I want to know about them, and then I found this terminology, but I didn't know if in other countries they will use this, but it says that it's in Indonesian, not in English. It said that it's the position is like a wife, something like that, because the body is
Uh,
like the bottom. You use your bottom to substitute the vagina, something like that.
okay, yeah. So this big question also for me to know about where is the word come from before. So if anyone here knows, so it will be interesting to know about that. Thank you. Ah, okay, Indonesian. Okay, yeah, I see from the chat. Thank you for the informations, guys.
yeah, I would like to say that yes, but is only used in Indonesia. It's like a cute way of saying bottom. So like the term bottom is not widely used in here, I would say, and body is more used here among my peers, among teenagers, etc., etc. So anyone wants to add more opinion, or anyone contradicts this? What about Mr. Aziz? You want to give opinion?
Thank you, thank you. I
Oh,
have
sorry.
it's okay. Well, actually, it's not my first time hear this word, but facing someone who I mean like who identify as this kind of, I mean, like, doesn't mean to underestimate or something, but this kind of word is, yeah, I have one kind, I can say it's my close friend. It was my close friend. Yeah, I can identify him as this. I mean, like, I didn't mean to judge here, okay? He's still my friend actually, but we're not that close anymore because we have different activity right now. So are you familiar? I familiar with this term right now? If so, it's how my response when I know it. I mean, like, know that thing, right? It's kind of shock actually because this is my first time, right? Because I didn't grow up as that tolerance. I mean, like, for me, tolerance, that kind of people, I didn't grow up in that kind of environment. Got what I mean, guys? Yeah, so my first impression is kind of shock actually, but day later, it's kind of, I'm trying to figure it out because it was my close friend, but I didn't, I mean, like, who told me is not he himself, but but we have a group, my friends say that. So I didn't ask him act immediately, like face to face, but I can see how he react, but he didn't closely open that he is identified as Boti, but he show it. And then I didn't give any kind of act that, I mean, like, bad act to him, like treat him like different way, but I always put something or in our jokes is a good advice. I mean, like, I try to give best words which not make him feel his bad. So, but I'm trying to make him aware that it's not supposed to be him. I mean, actually, it's free, right? If we done eye to eyes with this kind of people. I mean, like, I didn't. I mean, like, I still with them, but I can't accept this.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't try to. But I didn't hate them. Got what I mean? But I'm trying my best to make them aware that it's not supposed to be like that.
All right.
That's it.
What an what an elaborative explanation, Miss Aziz. So you were saying that inside of your heart, you actually say that, oh, this is not right, but outside, you tolerate it. And that's very much what I'm feeling too to my friends. You know, you have a friend that's Boti, right? And I also have a friend who's Boti. And yep, it's a right thing to do, I guess, to, you know, trying to give advice to your friend who's Boti to follow the right thing, etc., etc. And yep, I love the opinion and I love what you're doing to your friends. Thank you, Miss Adi. Moving on to the next slide. Okay. Another interesting question. Do you guys perceive this trend as positive or negative? Anyone wants to add opinion on this? All right, wait. Before I let Ms. Ekalita to answer the questions, I would like to read the context first, right? With the growing popularity of the term bot, thanks to massive spread through social media, This term is even way more familiarly accepted and used by teenagers. On the other hand, this trend indicates that in this era, society is becoming more neutral, lenient, and tolerant in accepting various sexual preferences. These individuals can increasingly express themselves freely, exercise their rights, and speak about what they truly desire. So, do you perceive this trend as positive or negative? Let's start with Miss Ekalita first.
First of all, I want to deliver my message. It's not about the hatred, but it's nothing to do with that because it's about choices, right? For the adult, when there are choices, something it's it right or wrong, it's their choice. But as have another adult that have different choices, we are delivered our message that it's not right because it can hurting your body, something like an organ, and it will be make you having some disease and infection and bleeding and something like that. And in sterile, it I want to strengthen my statement first because uh, it nothing to do with your personal feelings. It's not like that. That it's like your opinion, mostly from your perception as a normal person. And then the second is I think when we respect others' choices, you have to respect other choices also that don't have the same condition with same choices with you. So I think if you are having different choices, it doesn't mean that you have forcing it to others. So for normal women, it will be mostly when you are Islam. It's uncomfort when you have to share your toilet with the your different gender. That's it really very irritating. But if you want to have like a general toilet, public toilet, so other sex can enter the toilet, I think it's a different kind of issues. But um you have to respect also that there is some women want to use their toilet for them their own gender because it's more comfortable for them, just only using the toilet for the apa, for only for women, because when we are going to the toilet is very personal. So something that very private of you, it's very more comfort if it's only the same gender can, I don't know, maybe it's like you are in the bus or you are in the train, you only want to share your space with the same gender, and it's not something false, yeah, in the norms or um, in the kind of general terminology. So if you are really commit for the respect, I think for the um normal or unnormal choices, you have to respect others. So why you have to demonstrate your romance in the public? It's not the space that you have to show express your private feelings for your couples, right? You have to share it in the private rooms and private, although you are a couple's husband and wife, but it feels like uncomfort for others when you are kissing in the public space, or you are like expressing your intimate too much. I think it will be irritate others. It's not because they are jealous, it's not like that, but because it's not the place that you have to share your private intimate with your couples. That's all. So when you are gay or you are not gay, just respect the public space to doing something normal things, although you are not gay, but you have to respect the public space as well, right? There is a kids, teenager, and some people that maybe have a streak in their family, or maybe some others that didn't comfort to it's maybe like you are seeing others is like pee or pub in the public space. What you feel when you saw someone is like vomit or pee or pop in the public space? Of course it's not uncomfort, right? But when they are doing it in the toilet, it's a different kind.
Okay, noted, Miss Agalita. Thank you so much. So you mean like there has genders, like, you know, between women and men, regardless if the men are Boti, there's some matter or privacy matters that has to be differentiated, right? To make the public is more comfortable around them, right?
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, I very much agree with your opinion. You know, they have to know their places too. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, right.
So,
Because
yeah.
you are showing some intimate, private, intimate too much to public. You didn't respect others, right? Maybe you have to respect others that didn't have some condition like you. Maybe like when they didn't have any couples, or the kids that don't have to notice like that, right? But when you're doing it in a private room, a private space, is your right, and no one will complain because you are doing your right in the right place.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Miss Ekalita, for the opinion. So
You're welcome.
I think that Miss Livia wants to add more opinion. The floor is yours, Miss Livia.
Thank you, Miss Esa. Based on the articles that you mentioned, like Daniel Mananta talking about the gender neutral, I have heard about the news and I thought like, I don't know, it is only my personal opinion. I thought like Daniel, it's quite exaggerating the things, like he brought up this kind of regulation perhaps in the international school, which we know that the international schools is already being very open-minded and very tolerant about these things, that because they also like adopted the curriculum from the like America or British or so on, like Cambridge and so on. So then the gender neutral toilet is already very popular among that kind of country. So if like he doesn't want to have his kids involved in this, I don't think like he should make like, you know, blow this up into the media, just I don't know for what. Yeah, but it's up to him. And back again, when I do research and I study about the LGBT community, I realized that a lot of problem that they are having and the society in Indonesia especially having is because the lack of tolerance itself. So for example, later on lately I heard so many news about the celebgram, or I don't know, like influencer that shares about their husband. It's actually a gay that, you know, using a mask, like trick them into the marriage, and actually they are gay and they still having the gay relationship behind the marriage. Of course it's very totally wrong and I thought it is sick, but have you ever think that it could be rooted from the toxic culture that push people to marry even though they don't want to marry, just because they have to marry at some age, and their parent like pushing them to do that, even though the individual doesn't want to marry or even doesn't have the love to marry. the person. So it's becoming a more restricted rules that you have to follow if you want to be still accepted in this kind of society. So it makes a lot of like LGBT people have to forcing themselves to get into the marriage with someone that they don't really love just because of the society demand. That's one of the example. The other example is I found that um for gender neutral toilet, I guess it's a solution actually. I would I would like to see that from a positive perspective because what I saw in the field, in the reality, so many like people are getting uncomfortable. Like the girls, we are getting uncomfortable when we see there is a manly woman that look like men, but actually they are still women by their assigned sex. They come into the ladies' toilet because they feel like I'm a woman, but they are maybe a butts or something, or a FTM, female to male, but they still not change their what is that their sex. So literally they're still women, but their appearance looks like men. And the other way, vice versa. There is male to female. So there is a transgender like Lucinta Luna. So many people, so many men will feel uncomfortable if Lucinta Luna go to the men toilet. Yeah, right. So we try to solve that kind of problem because they also make other people uncomfortable. If they kept doing that, they also feel uncomfortable for themselves. So many like transgender people having problem with going to the toilet. They have like toilet anxiety, if I could say. They so afraid until they have to hold their pee until they come home because they don't find the toilet is the safe a place for them to go take a pee and um and be themselves because the what is that the cleaning service will also get shocked when they come into the place. So sometimes I ask them like, so how's your solution, your way to solve this kind of problem? So sometimes like there is a manly women that force themselves to go to the men toilet even though they also feel uncomfortable, and there's also a transgender and male to female who force themselves to go to the women toilet. So for me, gender neutral toilet is the solution for this kind of people. Like you could say like they are non-binary people or they are um you know uh, it's more like uncommon people in our society. So they can have their own safe place to just take a pee because it is very biologic things. You cannot like erase their right to do that properly in a safe way. So for me, it's not a problem. It's not a big deal. Just make everyone's be comfortable with their own way. Thank you, Miss.
Okay, thanks, Ms. Olivia. It seems like you don't oppose this gender neutral toilet. So it seems like Miss Ekalita wants to give
No,
more opinion about it.
I just want to clear my statement. It didn't mean I reject the toilet natural toilet natural toilet gender. It's not like that, but you have to give women toilet as well and men as toilet as well. So there is a three kind of toilets because for women as well, mostly if the toilets is like if the toilet is like there when you come to the toilet, it's not a single toilet. You know what I mean? There is the sink to wastafel, something like that, and there is a lot of toilet. And then when you came into the room, there is like a women and a man, and there is a LGBT as well. It's not uncomfortable for some people, but it's different when you available men toilet, women toilet only, and then there is like a single toilet. You can, so the single toilet is you can use for men or women or LGBT. It's not big deal. It's like when you know the public toilet in the in the public area, right? Like a hospital or um apa or buildings. It's a single toilet. It's not like a toilet that have a lot of people coming there. And there, if you have not the same, if you don't have the same gender, it will be very uncomfort for some people, because like if you are man and then you have to pee, and then there is another girl in there, it's really annoying, right? And you have to or there is a girl and they have to if you are a girl, maybe you apa, out of the toilet and your like your dress is not uh not rapi itu apa sih, something like that, mess up, and then there is a guy see you in like that. It's not uncomfort, or a lesbian or homosexual seeing a man, of course it's not uncomfort. But if you put single toilet that everyone can use it, it's not big deal. But if you mix up the toilet for everybody, it will be make most people it's not uncomfort, because you are didn't care about like men's feeling, women's feeling, and the LGBT itself. If you mix them into one toilet and you name it natural. But if you uh, put the single toilet, you know what I mean, single toilet, something that single toilet, so there is no other space there, nor wastafel, nor nothing, just toilet. No, it's not big deal. And you can name it a natural, because it's a natural, everyone can use it. But when you a toilet is like a room, and there is many toilets in there, I think you have to uh, the same danger, the same gender use it, it's more comfort. It's like when you in the train for women, sometimes they use women's train, something like that, because they are comfort when they are with all women, so they don't have to suspicious to others that want to have take advantage of them, something like that. It's make you more safe. Yeah.
All right. So you were saying that instead of just making it gender neutral, there's a different approach, like a better approach you were saying. Yeah.
Well, I think you better put single toilet for everybody. I agree about that, but not the toilet that every people can come to there. When you the toilet when you go into the cinema or hotels or buildings, right? It's like many toilets in there, and if you have to share it with the women, men, and LGBT, I don't think will be comfortable, because some men want to be with this man, right? And if some women come to the same room, or the homosexual go there and they take advantage to looking to their penis when they are pee, I think it's not impolite, and you make some people take advantage of the situation. It's not natural. You make mix up the all of the people. Not all people will comfort with that. But when you put the men's toilet and only men's go there, and when the homosexual go there and you know it, you can kick them out and say, use the single toilet please, because you are not belong here. It's for a man only, not for homosexual, something like that, because you will take advantage to us, something like that. And the woman also like that. When the lesbian one go there, maybe they can use the single toilet, and it's more appropriate for them, because they have different choices, and you have to mean what you said. You respect others that different of you and prove it. Don't make others uncomfortable or take advantage of them because they're innocent. Okay.
All right. So there's a comfort concerns and also safety concerns, right?
Yeah, of course. When you want to protect others, you have to understand what is comfort and private for them. What is the right treatment for them? Maybe if you are LGBT and you go to the men rooms, it's not bothering you because you will have taking advantage of them, right? You are man, but you are like of the same man and no others know about that. But when you are truth and you know that it's your choices, not them, you will choose the single toilet because you didn't want forcing your choices to others and you mean what you say.
All right, thank you for the opinion. Well, yeah, there has to be some very much safety concerns, and actually the debate is between the safety concerns and also the efficiency, especially people in the comments were discussing about the space efficiency. Is it outweighing the safety concerns? Is it outweighing the comfort we were talking about? Anyone wants to add opinion on that?
I beg your pardon, Miss?
Oh yeah. So is the space efficiency thingy people were discussing in the comment, is it outweighing the safety concerns and also the safety concerns and also the comfort concerns? Miss Honey, so sorry.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Shasha. Firstly, I would like to underline about your question, whether I perceive this trend as a positive or negative. I have seen this video or podcast of Daniel Mananta when he, talk about these kinds of international school. I guess that through this article, I guess that it's a bit misleading, to this article. In that podcast, Daniel said that he was a bit shocked with the situation at that international school, where it's a primary school where kids, they are still pure. They know nothing about what is that, if they want to introduce about kinds of LGBT or Boti or a kinds of something. I guess that it's for primary school. It's not, it's a wrong, it's a wrong mistake if we wanted to introduce these kinds of topic, because they are still pure. They just know that we're boy and girls, women and a man. They even they know the symbols of men and women, boys and girls. They know about the symbol. How could they bring this, especially for the kids? They introduce this to the kids where they are still pure, and they introduce this. I don't care even if international country or they adapt international curriculum, but we are still living in Indonesia where we are in a Muslim majority. Not because I'm a Muslim, but if I have to say that it's a positive or negative, I guess that it's negative. Why? Because this is for kids. They know nothing about this. They are still pure, and we don't need to introduce this to the kids. I don't care if we have already been adult, means that they have already known about right or wrong, about their abnormal sexual orientation. I don't care about that. But this for kids, we don't need to introduce this kinds of toilet gender neutral to the kids if they have already known which one is right and which one is correct? How could they bring, what is that, the wrong curriculum or international curriculum? I don't care. But yeah, I guess that Daniel Apanta, at that time he was a bit shocked with that condition, because I guess that he's disagree. He's a bit disagree with that international school curriculum. Thank you. That's my opinion.
Thank you, Ms. Zanny. So you were saying that it is really not an urgency, or is it really not necessary to give this kind of education, to give this kind of
Yeah, it's not good if
material
we,
to kids in elementary school?
yeah, of course. Means that we teach them in the wrong way. Yeah, we teach them in the wrong way, because in biology lesson they have already known about kinds of sex, or like we have to give the best curriculum to our children since they were born. Which one is good, which one is correct, but maybe because of their maybe after they grow up, or they what is that, influenced by the other friends or their environment. I don't care about that, but this is for kids. How could they bring this wrong curriculum to the kids? Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. A very wonderful opinion. Anyone wants to add more opinion or support or contradict this? What about Mr. Gazi? Sorry. Is Mr. Gazi with us now? Okay, there seems to be a problem with Mr. Gazi's connections. Olivia, do you want to add more or anything? Nope, I guess no.
Okay.
Or don't know. Mr. Angga, do you have any opinion regarding this topic? Mr.
I don't
Angga?
have anything to add. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone wants to add more opinion? Miss
I could
Apriya?
add some point if I
Okay, Olivia, the floor is yours.
Okay, I ever gave like sexual education for the elementary kids, and it both I gave on the Singapore International School in Surabaya, so it's used the kind of international curriculum, and also I have ever in the national school like SMP 33 and so on. So sometimes I quite differentiate between the way I delivered for the international school students and for the national school students. I would say that in fourth grade of elementary school, you could say that it's very much early than our generation before. Sorry, I'm not a Gen Z. I already 30. So I quite shocked when I saw some of the boys say that they already got wet dreams in fourth or fifth grade of elementary school. So one thing that comes to my mind, then we should be more prepared about the sexual education early on, better than after they got the wet dreams. Because if the children get the wet dreams without any explanation, they will get confused and they can do something that they will be regret on later. For example, like impregnate the others, like girl students that maybe they don't know that it is possible because they already got wet dreams. So we should be really aware of that. And after that, I quite reflect on that things, and I thought that actually sexual education is not that taboo, and about the LGBT community as well. Even though we try to cover up because we think that they are still children, they are still underage, they will learn from the internet soon. So which one do you prefer? Learn like let them learn from the internet in a wrong site, like porn site, or we give them like proper education with a proper manner in a more like educated way, in a more like a manner, so then they will get a better understanding from us. So I guess I will choose the second. So for me, there is no taboo thing in sexual education, but you just have to like try to use more consideration by the language that you use, the words that you use to deliver for them. Depend on the level of intelligence and their level of emotional maturity itself. But of course, sexual education is the purpose is for goods, not for bad things. But yeah, once again, it depends on your belief, maybe your religion or your culture or your educational background, and so on. So then, yeah, for me, it's nothing personal. But LGBT, you can teach them from very early beginning, and I believe that sexuality is developed in a spectrum. So there is okay, my background is psychology. So there is a term in psychology, there is a theory in psychology. You can look for it from the Kinsey spectrum of sexuality. Kinsey say that actually, interestingly, they say like homosexuality is not always exclusive, like as well like heterosexuality, it comes into a spectrum. So you can say like from 0 to 10. 0 is exclusive homosexuality and 10 is exclusive heterosexuality. So there's probably a bigger way of population that falls in the middle of it. So they would say like that. Biologically, it's also appear in animal as well, animal behavior, without anyone teach them to do that. So what decide you to become heterosexual and more into the heterosexual is because of the education and because of the culture. So that's why a lot of people, the majority of people becoming heterosexual, because they're already being educated to be heterosexual and to act like heterosexual. So that's why I told you like diversity will always be happen whether you teach them or not, because it's naturally happens. But you can, if you want, to direct them into the direction that you prefer, like being more heterosexual. So yeah, that's a possibility that's happened. Nothing taboo about that. It's very natural for me. Thank you, Miss.
Thank you for the opinion. So you were saying that the school's environment is much more safer for kids to learn about sexual education, to learn about LGBT, instead of learning it outside with maybe their friends or the internet, which can, give like
Danger.
unexpected
Exactly.
outcome.
Yes.
Yep. Thank you. So it seems like Miss Ekalita wants to add opinion on this. The floor is yours.
Okay. First of all, we have to clear first about the standpoint to what is the meaning of define protecting the children. The first of all, like that first, because if you don't have a clear standpoint of it, you will put them into one point. It's like in your mind, they have right to have a wrong choice, something like that, because there is some unclear condition in the children, because they didn't know. It's different with adults. Yeah, adults knowing things is in detail, but it's not with the children. It's, for example, it's like this. Mostly children will say to their parent, it's like when they are kid, they are boy, they will say, I like Alex, something like that. Or the girls will say, I like Rita, something like that. And the parents, if you are like having to far, you will say that, oh my God, my children will like LGBT, right? But it's not like that what they are meaning. They mean that because they have some gender, they feel some comfortness with the interaction. It's not a sexual orientation. It's not like that, because when my kids saying like that, I say to them, what kind of like that you mean? I asking to them first, right? And then they said, yeah, I like playing with him, something like that. And then it's different with the girls. They are like annoying, something like that. So it's not a sexual interaction, right? They mean it's because the same gender, so they feel comfort to make like some playing interaction, something like that. It's a normal thing. But when you are like too, what it's called, like too apa sih namanya kalau tuh tendencies, you will think that, oh, it's the time to recognize them to with the LGBT thing, world, something like that, right? It's not as simple as that, because what I'm reading, when you are have like a normal disorientation, it's like a many relation of that. There is unbalancing gen. Yeah, there for some people it happened to them because their gen, like XCA, something like that, in the internal, like female and male, it's not balanced, so they will be like having a like misorientation because of the chemical. It's true, but it didn't mean that you can make coordination with your sense. It's not like that. Mostly religion, it's more complex. It's your choices, okay? And then the second is the relationship with your father and mother. Fatherless for boys, they will be like kecenderungan tuh apa sih? They will be like homosexual when they are adults because they fatherless. They need the father apa sih sosok father sosok ayah gitu ya, di in the mostly in the apa feature I don't know.
Father
Figure,
figure.
Public figure.
something like that. Or when they are father is so strong, terlalu apa sih, terlalu keras tuh apa to
So
their
hard.
boys. Yeah, what?
So hard on
So
them.
hard, yeah, so hard to the boys. Maybe because they are the only boys, or maybe the father expectation that boys have to be strong, that there is no bonding between the son and the father, and they can be a homosexual as well as a psychologist, because they have a lack of fatherless in them. So for the boys, yeah. But for the girls, mostly when they are having lesbian, it's because the relationship with the boys is not good. The boys is always make them disappointed, and then in one point they choose the girls for their partner, and it happen when they are adults, not in the kids, because when it hits for the chemicals, yes, it's very hard for them because it's inside yours. It's something like in your mind, and your hormones, your product, your hormones, the product, the one of them is, and in opposite gender is too much, and then it will be influence your
Okay, if you want,
everything.
I'm sorry, Miss Ecolita, I think that's quite long, and we still have several slides
Okay,
that
okay.
would be very interesting also to discuss. And I also would like to encourage you guys to also consider giving times to others to speak up, because everyone's like want to also raise their opinions. And if you don't mind, please try to limit yourself with a timer. For example, like I will only allow myself to speak up for only 3 to 5 minutes or 3 minutes. Okay, so doing this will enable you to be more efficient in providing more impactful arguments. Okay, not long and not so short as well. Okay, okay, we would like to move on to the next slide. Sasha, please.
All right, thank you so much. We'd like to move on to the next slide. So, Boti. So anyone wants to give opinion about these questions? In your view, when someone is Boti, do you think it is least possible for him to like a straight guy? It seems like Mr. Reddy wants to add opinion to it. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much. Do you hear my voice?
Yes, it's audible.
Do you hear my voice clearly?
Yeah, it's audible.
Yeah.
Okay, do you mind if I answer the previous topic? Because it's really interesting for me to answer previous topic about toilet network.
All right, sure. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Would you please to slide up again?
Kindly make it short, Mr. Reddy.
Okay, I want to see the slide, Mr. Sorry. Okay, I would like to say I'm not agree at all with this. I don't think Indonesia need it necessary, because if you are a man or if you're a transgender like Kucing Taluna and then decided to change your victim area, so and then you have to go to the woman toilet. But if you think that you are still a boy with woman dresses, I think it's not for you necessary to go to the woman toilet because you're still a boy. So I'm not agree at all with this. And I think that this is a negative trend. I appreciate to those who wants to express their sexuality, but when it comes to natural toilet, I don't think it's a good idea. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Reddy, for the opinion. So you perceive this as a negative, right? Okay. Anyone wants to add opinion about these questions? When someone becomes Boti, do you think it is least possible for him to like a straight guy? Miss Apriya, do you want to add opinion on this? Miss Apriya? Okay, it seems like there's some connection thingy with Miss Apriya. So, Miss Renilda, it is very welcome to add your opinion here.
Thank you, Miss. Let me think first, because I have just joined this.
Oh, sure. Okay, while Miss Apriya is building up her opinion, anyone wants to add opinion on this? Maybe Mr. Yanuar? Mr. Yanuar, are you with us right now? Okay. What about Miss Prapti? This is a very interesting topic.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Saf. Sorry, I just came to, I'll be listener first. I just came this. I just joined, sorry.
Okay.
Thank you. So give me first, miss. Thank you.
Apriya, what about you? I would like to call Livia. Oh, Renilda. Okay, Renilda, you're here with us. I'm sorry. Sure, the floor is yours.
Yeah. Thank you, Miss. Let me explain my short opinion in my point of view. Boti, whether it is true or not, I hesitate about it. Just in my point of view, Boti is just like a man who looks like a girl, like gay, but from the outside, from the appearance, is still like man. Just the characters from the inner, it's like a woman. Just it, Miss. Thank you.
You're very right. So Boti is like a man that has like a feminine traits in themselves.
I think so.
Yeah. So Renilda, if both Renilda, you're with us.
Sure, Miss.
Okay. Do you think if Boti means gay, why do they choose to be Boti instead of top? Why do they choose to be the feminine one instead of the masculine one? Or anyone wants to answer these questions?
This question is okay. In my point of view, why? Probably from the environment, Miss. From the environment, from him. Sometimes I don't want to mention. Sometimes the environment can build him to be Boti.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
the feminine energy looks more than masculine.
Okay. Thank you, Renilda, for the opinion. Now we're moving into the next slide. So there's this news about celebrity Instagram influencer Melissa Zara made a confession about her husband, Khairul Atok or Erka, that the woman from Tulungagung admitted that her husband is gay. And not only that, she also experienced domestic violence perpetrated by her husband. So based on this information, does anyone have opinion on what are the possible preemptive mechanisms to prevent this from happening in the future? And do you think it's necessary to conduct character investigations on groom? Anyone wants to give opinion on this? Mr. Reddy?
I have no idea about this, but for me, I'm gonna give you a little bit my perspective. I remember when my friend told me about this before that investigation or conduct character your future husband is really a must. Either you can ask to your future husband or going to psychology to asking about this. So this is really important for us. Even if you know that your husband is bisexual, then trying to accept and trying to be more better, other in positive way. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Reddy, for the opinion. Okay, so anyone? Okay, Miss Egalita.
I think we have to believe about the faith, right? Because if we are in the general terms, you will say that don't marry with the some other problem guys, right? But the fact is, normal people or unnormal people, they have the some process. If they are with have a faith, I mean, if they have apa sih kalau jodoh mates ya, if they are made for each other, they will be together until long period. Because I have a watch about a film about the normal women with the guys, and they are meant to be. And in the end, the husband is really love wives and didn't want to love others. Although before die, his wife is prepare him a meal to serve the husband because the wife is have a deeply sick. But in the end, he didn't want others beside his deadly wife. Yeah. So the film, I don't know it's true or not, but you can see for in your environment, normal or abnormal people, they will have the same process. When you are meant to be, you will be like with together all the time in the sad or happy, something like that. But when you are not meant to be, although you madly in love, the God will separate you because you are not meant to be, something like that. Is as simple as that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Ekalita, for your opinion. Yep, it's a page, right? So moving on to the next slide. A certain netizen also stated that if you are still a body, don't get married, as written by one account. So do you agree with this statement, guys? Let's call out Mr. Hardiansyah. Mr. Hardiansyah, are you with us now? Or there seems to be an internet problem. Oh yeah, Penilda, welcome.
Thank you, Miss. A certain netizen also stated, if you're still body, don't get married. Do you agree with this statement? Because this is from the other netizen. We cannot reject about what's it? Marriage partner, jodoh, yeah. Sometimes the lady falls in love with him, but he is body. So I think it should be there is the change from himself. That's it, Miss. We cannot force because we don't know about his background. Probably if he can be it's better. If he is still feminine energy, yeah, it's a soulmate. Thank you, Miss Fasad. Soulmate. Yeah, if he still has the energy of masculine, yeah, he will be better than before. Just it.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone wants to add opinion on what Ms. Renalda is saying? So Mr. Reddy is saying that he does not agree at all. And why is that so, Mr. Reddy?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, because the fact that I also have a friend who are body is getting married within a moment, and then he's trying to try to be normal man again. So I'm not agree at all because they decided to try at least to be normal, right? So we have to respect it. Why not?
Yeah. So thank you, Mr. Reddy, for the opinion. So due to the time constraints, let's move on to the next slide. K-pop. K-pop, guys. So we've been in an era where girls are attracted to boys or
Hello, sir. You there? Seems like internet connection. Okay, wait a moment. Okay, Miss Eka. Okay. Yeah. I will be right here in control for a while Miss Sasa will join us very soon. Okay, rectifying the connection. So what do you guys think about the K-pop or Korean dramas phenomenon, or how you say it, Hallyu waves? Yeah, something like that. So yeah, there are so many girls have been attracted to boys that are feminine in a way, but also can show that masculine side. Okay, so what do you guys think about this? The question is: a straight female attracted to feminine guys. Do you think it's normal? Can it be normalized, or has it been normalized already? And why? Anyone want to say something? Okay, Miss Sasha, please take over.
Okay, sure. Miss Kalita, it seems like you have opinion regarding to it.
Yeah, because I have read about this. Firstly, I want to say that if the girls like idols or choose for husband, it's a different kind. Maybe they like idols like these guys, but for a husband, maybe it didn't mean that they want their husband is like that. It's not like that. But there is some girls, maybe they want the husband is like that also. So I mean that it don't have to be the same condition. It's not like that. But what I want to say that mostly for marriage or relationship, sometimes you attract to the soul, and believe it or not, there is a couple. Then when they found out that the couple have a problem and the problem is very difficult to overcome, but they want to stay each other, they can go through it, because there is a transgender couples. When the husband say to the wives that I cannot be this anymore, I have to be you. So there is two mothers in our family, something like that. I watch it in the opera, and then of course for the first shock, the whole family is, mostly the youngest kids is very shocked, but they can accept the father changing to be like the mother, something like that. So I think it depends onto the, like I said, faith. Yeah, and of course it's very different kind of condition for everybody. Yeah, you cannot like menyamaratakan, something like that. It cannot like that.
All right, thank you so much for the opinion. Anyone wants to add an opinion to Miss Egalitas? Renilda?
May I, Miss?
Sure, the floor is yours.
From the statement, yeah, nowadays that is true. The era where the girls are attracted to the Korean musicians, Korean singers, or K-pop. Yeah. Actually, the question is, a straight female but attracted to feminine guys, is it normal? Especially, I cannot say because I'm not Korean lovers, but it can be said probably for the girls, the females, they like K-pop because of they are handsome. Sometimes K-pop, yeah, we don't know that there is there Boti in one of the K-pop, or all of them are Boti. We don't know about it. I don't know, especially me, I don't know. Just if the question is it normal? Yeah, it's normal because they love Korean song. But it cannot be normalized if the women loves Boti. They must make it sure is it the real man or no? Therefore, if the woman wants to get the husband, yeah, Indonesian women, you can imagine that Indonesian man is more handsome. Yeah. So we cannot we cannot what's it compare. We cannot compare. We may not imagine about the Korean. We just love just it. But I'm so sorry for Korean lovers because I'm not Korean lover actually. That is my opinion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Renilda. So you were saying that it's normal to like handsome men, but it's kind of not normal to like Boti, right?
I think so, Miss.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So it seems like Miss Apriya wants to add opinion on this. The floor is yours.
Okay. So I've got a lot of friends that K-popers, but I'm not the K-popers one. So a lot of my friends they said that they attracted to actually I asked them about this exactly question, so they answered that they're telling me that actually they are not attracted by their look, not only by their look but also more than but also like more like their performance, like their music, they're really enjoying it, their taste, so I think that it's just really normal if female like K-pop, because that's not what they mean. They just not valuing something by their look but also by like the performance and the music. Yeah, that's the thing.
Thank you so much, Miss Apriya, for your opinion. You were saying that, face is not the only thing that makes girls like this, maybe the performance or the songs, etc. So let's move on to the next slide. This is, I believe this is also a familiar term. Other than Boti, there is bi, or short for bisexual. Bi becomes another term for girls or women who have interests towards both males and females. So the questions are, women tend to be bisexual much more often than men, or even that men cannot be bisexual while women can. Do you agree with this statement, guys? And if yes, why so? Prapti, the floor is yours, Miss Prapti.
Okay, thank you for the time. So I will read first, Miss. Sorry for even that. Women tend to be bisexual much more than than men. Wow. For based on the statement, sorry, Miss Sasa, I don't know exactly by the data, but for me, I don't think so. I didn't. I don't think so because woman I in my opinion, woman is like as a woman we obey, we discipline, we obey all we obey the rule regulation or rule even though I mean in our in so I'm Muslim, so in Muslim also it's not allowed if we are being a bisexual or we are to be Boti and etc. Man as a man, women as a woman, and also in Indonesia also it's not allowed LGBT and etc. So for me, a woman is more disciplined or obey the regulation than men. I think that my because woman has a like feelings, and then yeah, women use their feeling so much more, I mean more than men. Men is more using logic, their logica, like their logics, so sometimes men. But so sorry to say, men sometimes are doing something is a take it easy. They don't think they don't think so far. I mean, so far it's like a woman, I think. So if from the statement, I don't agree that a woman tend to be sexual than a man. That's my opinion. Thank you.
Okay,
Sorry to
thank
say
you,
for
Miss.
men.
Thank you, Miss Prabhu. So you don't agree with this statement. And I'm so sorry, guys. I would like to say that B is actually a term for both guys and girls who have interest towards both males and females. So then, Livia, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Ms. Eva. There is a research actually about this, and the research show that they even like okay, so the research showed that the women have more fluid in deciding about their sexual orientation. So it means that they are more flexible, and sometimes they also confuse about their sexual orientation precisely, and it can be changed through times. And about the man is more rigid, and they are more way fixed and certain about their decision whether they want to be a homosexual or heterosexual or bisexual. So about the question, of course, there is bisexual men and women, but what's more interesting it's that men actually are being more certain about their choice and what they're saying. Women is more complex. Sometimes what they say is not what they feel, and sometimes it could be they are also not really know what they want. And I don't know about the curiosity level of both their gender because they don't say specifically in the research. And actually, the research say also about the pupil dilated. So it showed that the biological response that happen when someone feel attracted towards a person or something, the pupil will be dilated and there will be they will get wet, and it also be measured through the research. So it can be measured more biologically rather than just from their opinion or what they admit. So the result is women admit differently than their biological response shows when they are take a look for the picture of attractive men and women, both attractive men and women. What's interesting is women can show the interest towards both of the gender. And for the men, they usually only show attraction toward one of the choice of the gender, and it's actually same with what their admits with their acknowledgement. So when the men say, for example, when the men say that I am gay, and the result is same. So the results show that his pupil dilated when seeing an attractive man, and so on. When the men say that I am heterosexual, I'm straight, the pupil will be dilated only towards the woman picture. But for the women, it's both of them. So yeah, I just want to share about the journal that I've read about this. And I can share you about the link later on if you need it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Olivia, for the opinion. It seems like Ms. Ekalita wants to add more into it.
Yeah, I have read that 10% of homosexual is bisexual, but for the meaning of for to sense how the bisexual is feelings, of course I cannot doing that because I'm not one of them, but in my mind, in my perception, I try to understand it with my perception. Bisexual, maybe they want to live with the two kind of two kind of choices, something like that. So you want to be like a homosexual or lesbian, but also you want to be have a normal life, something like that. Because when you are adult, maybe because when I married and become a mom, I feel that yeah, I want to be a mom and a wife, because it's like my what do you call, like it's your process, something like that. When you kids or your teenager and when you young adult, you didn't think about that, but right. But when you are adult, you like having some instinct in yours. You want to be a parent, you want to be a spouse of your partner, something like that. Yeah. And maybe for the bisexual, they having this kind of process, but they have a difficult, complicated condition, something like that. In normal people, you don't have to choose, right? Or you, if you are like uh homosexual or lesbian, you don't have to choose a normal life, right? But when you want both, then you have to be like a bisexual. Is it true or not? Something like that. It's in, I can feel it with my sense, not with my feeling, because I cannot imagine how you I mean, if you didn't like that and you have to live with things like that, it's very difficult, right? You cannot pretending to like, but maybe it's different if you, I don't know, it, are you forcing, or you can enjoy both of choices. um I cannot feel that, but I can sense maybe when you want to be a parent, but you also want to be your origin life, your real life, like you are like homosexual or lesbian, but you also want to be a normal, then you will like be bisexual, right? For the papa makes sense choices. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Ms. Ekalita, for your opinion. Amazing. So I would like to remind you guys that this Zoom meetings will end in within 6 minutes. So due to the time constraints, let's move on to the next slide. All right. Boti Shari. So, you know, in this growing era of Boti, there are different terms of Boti, like Boti Liar and also Boti Shari. And we're going to talk about Boti Shari in here. Boti Shari. Shari is something yang dilakukan berdasarkan ketentuan syariah. So there's something called Boti Shari. Anyone wants to add opinion on this, or anyone has any questions? Ria, do you have? Yeah. It's funny, Boti Shari. Mr. Aryun, oh, do you have opinion on this? Okay, Miss Henny, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss. I guess that it's not true if we put the word sari to Boti, because we know that Boti is negative meaning. Yeah, it's not right if we put sari and Boti, because shari, yeah, we know shari is a positive side of, as a Muslim, yeah, as a Muslim rule. It's not common whether there is Boti Sari or Boti, any kinds of Boti. I disagree with this term, yeah, with this term, whether Boti Sari or any kinds of Boti, because as a Muslim, of course, Boti is forbidden, yeah. It's not allowed and in Muslim, because God created Adam and Eve, not Adam with Adam. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Miss Henny, for the opinion. So, Reddy, do you want to add anything? Any opinion on this? And please make it short due to the time constraints. It seems like Reddy hasn't had any chance to speak yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Hello, Miss. I'm so sorry if I'm going to be rude, but I want to say this is stupid statement. This is a stupid statement. That's all. Thank you.
All right. You're very welcome. Miss Ekalita, do you want to add like short opinion on this, or do you just want to conclude all the theme?
Yeah,
It's
I
better.
didn't want to be judgmental because I think
Okay.
everyone have their own choices. I much revert to use this terminology because when you are adult, you sometimes you making choices that maybe cannot understand with others, like religion or sexual orientation or etc etc. What I want to say that I do agree when the adult is try to respect boundaries. It's not nothing wrongs with that. I didn't want to apa mempermasalahkan atau apa sih, questioning the terminology. But yes, as adult, you have to respect your environment, your religion, others' religion, your country, your society. Yeah, that's the right choices that you have to do because your private choices cannot harm others' freedom or choices, something like that.
Okay, thank you, Miss Ekalita, for your opinion. I love it. So even if built with all the traits, Boti still has to be respectful to everyone, to the environment. Yeah. Moving on into the next slide, which is the last slide. We're done in here. One word, please. Anyone about Boti or B or our discussion. One word. Libya or
What is the words?
okay.
I have two words, Miss.
Okay, sure. The floor is yours.
Appreciate and remind.
I'm sorry?
Appreciate, menghormati.
Oh yeah, appreciate. It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
appreciate and remind.
Appreciate and remind. Thank you, Renilda. Miss Ekalita, one word.
Because you're unique, yeah, you have to you should respect the boundaries.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. So even if you're unique, because you're unique, you still have to respect the boundaries and others. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, guys. So it seems like due to time constraints, I deem it's necessary to draw a conclusion out of our discussion. So therefore, I let everyone or anyone to give their 1 minute summary. Please, anyone who wants to give summary to this? Livia, do you want to summary into this?
Okay, thank you.
Sure, the
I
floor is
guess
yours.
with the basic terms of speaking is way funny than um sensitive, I guess, but I do believe that for some people it's very sensitive, I know. But for me, it's quite sarcastic and funny because the way they represent themselves is very creative, and it's so entertaining in some ways, the way they try to break like toxic masculinity in their own terms. Like everyone try to be masculine, to be admit as a man when they just simply don't care and just be themselves and be like shimmering splendid, and they still very proud of them in their confidence level is something that I have to appreciate them, because it's not easy. I mean, in our society, especially when everyone will judge them or even like curse them for being like that, they still like simply be shining, shimmering, splendid like they are. So for me, it's time for us to be more, I think, tolerant, because even though we don't agree, we could just simply be like kind to every kind of person despite of their sexual orientation and appearance. And I believe that God creates every kind of person with their own like appearance and way to live. It's that we cannot like generalize it towards our standard. And they are creative in their own way, I guess so. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Livia, for the conclusion. So everyone, I would say that this is enough discussion for today. Thank you very much, everyone, for engaging and responding each slide. And I do hope I can be as great as you all. I am so young, so I guess I will progress. I wish you all the best. Good night and Assalamualaikum. I give the time back to Mr. Suni.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Sasha, for sharing our discussion. There are some feedback, something that I noted before that probably can be very crucial for us to learn from, so that we can increase our grammatical concern, especially when it comes to fluency and grammatical accuracy. There are some points for the first time, for example, like I'm involving with, it has to be like I was involved in. Yeah, so you need to be very careful in using involve, involving, involved. Okay. And then there are some of you also state like most of my friends doesn't know. So yeah, SVA, subject verb agreement, always, or yeah, it has to always be a very consistent grammatical errors that always happen. So you need to be very careful with that. Most of my friend, you need to utilize don't know rather than doesn't know. Have you ever think? It should be like, have you ever thought? It is not uncounter negative. With negative, it means positive. So you need to be very careful in using negativity expressions. Okay, more safe should be safer. His deadly wife. Deadly means poisonous. Okay, so it should be like his dead wife. Okay, I think that's the feedback that I can provide. And once again, I want to let's give applause together to our excellent and superb moderator, Sasha Maida. Thank you so much. I hope that you guys can earn, can absorb something that's so much valuable, and you will face this life like being more colorful, wiser, and be more talkative at the same time. Okay, we would like to grant her special, wait a moment, appreciation. Okay, so yeah, I just want to take first take pictures of Sasha. Thank you so much. We provide you with this e-certificate. Can you please give me your smile?
Okay.
All right, wait a moment. All right, okay. Going to save this first. Okay, everyone, thank you so much. But before closing our discussion, we would like to invite all of you to open the camera so that we can like take pictures together, commemorating the ends of our discussion. Okay. 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 Thank you, Mr. Indre, Mr. Ho. I think you've been using a different name, right? Okay. No? Oh, you just came? Miss Renilda, Miss Livia, Miss Eka, Miss Apriya. Please open the camera so that we can take pictures together. Okay, that's the look of our psychologist there. Okay. Okay, Oblivion, Miss Prapti, Miss Apriya, Renilda, would you? All right, let's go. Okay, Apriya, Miss Apriya, Miss Prapti, Oblivion, Is there? All right. Okay, wait. I didn't take the picture yet. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, I'm going to count. Okay, all right. 3, 2, 1. Give me a smile. Okay. Wait, I'm going to save this. Okay, one more time. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having you again in our next OTA discussion. And the last, we say Hail OTA.
Yesterday, said tomorrow.
Thank you, Miss
Thank you
Sasha.
again,
Thank
Miss
you,
Sasha.
Mr.
Thank you,
Sunshine.
everyone.
And good
See ya
evening.
all.
Thank you, Miss Sasa.
Have a nice session, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.